Hey everybody, today I'm going to test an accessory that I used before in the tracer and I had some issues with, so let me show you. This is the Cosmomoto Accessories support. It has a ram ball mount and it has the MT logo etched, and this is basically a metal plate that you bolt on to the screen holder, to the screen bracket behind this of course in the screen, and what you get is a ram ball right on top of the clocks, and then you can mount anything you want there. And most people want to use it for the GPS, so that you can see your GPS when you're sitting on a bike. You can have it just above the clocks here. Hello there. So you can have it here, and because it's a pretty neat location, and this stays behind the screen. The issue I had before, I ordered this before I went to Scotland, and the issue I had was I installed it and I noticed that it was vibrating a lot with the bike riding. Even on smooth surface, you could barely read what was on the GPS screen. So I used it going to Scotland to hold my GoPro camera, the small one. Even that was not really usable because it was shaking so much. And when I got back, I kind of complained on Facebook on one of the tracer groups that it was not really working. And actually the owner of the company, I think, or at least the guy that does it, who's Vasilis, he replied on that group and said, well, thank you for the feedback. I wonder if I could make some changes. So what he did was he took the old model, which is a 2mm metal plate, and he sent me a new version, which is a 3mm, so it's thicker. And I know he also reduced the size of the logo so that it's a bit smaller and maybe more sturdy. And he sent me this one because I told him, if you send me the new one, I'm glad to test and film it and put it around so that everybody can see. So he sent me this one, and I finally got the time to assemble it and test it. So what I'll be doing is I'll be installing this one. I'm not going to show how to install. It's pretty easy. Just take these 4 bolts out and take this plate and then put it back in with this one in between, like in a sandwich. So I'll be installing the old one, and I will be filming with the old one, and then I'll remove that and put the new one in and film with the new one, and we can see the difference, if it actually vibrates less or not. So let's do that. I will not be using my screen because I need to put it on and off a bunch of times. I don't think wind will be a problem because it vibrates because of the road, basically, not because of the wind or anything like that. So even without the screen we should be able to see. And I have my small GoPro here so that we can, let me see if, yeah. So I have my small GoPro here so that we can see how the GPS is vibrating, and I will be mounting the support and then the GPS on that place together with a short arm from RAM mounts, so that the vibration is the minimum. That's the setup I had before, so it will be right here. So yeah, I'll install it and then I'll go out for a spin. I'll come back, switch, go out for a spin, and then we can compare the footage. Alright, so I've installed it, and as you can see, I've tightened pretty much. I left the front plate out, and this is the unit. It's right above the clocks. As you can see, this already vibrates a lot just by me touching it, and this is the problem for me. So remember, this is the old unit that's installed right now. I also adjusted the camera, so I'm going for a spin and we'll see how this one is right here, and then we'll compare with the new version. Alright, let's go test the old version. So I don't know if you can see, but already at very low speed it's shaking a lot. I can still perfectly read what's there, but the names of the streets are already difficult to read. So one thing I noticed when I was riding in Scotland and using this support with the GoPro is that when I accelerate, it kind of doesn't vibrate so much. It stabilizes. But then as soon as I stabilize the speed, it starts vibrating again. Alright, so that was test number 1, and I'm now going to uninstall this one and install the new one, and I'll go do exactly the same route and at about the same speeds so we can compare each other. See ya. Alright, let's test version number 2 with the thicker plate and see how it goes. I've already installed, I've tightened it properly, and I can feel already just by touching it that it's more solid. I can already see at slow speed that it's much more stable, much more stable. It still vibrates, but very little. You can perfectly read the names of the streets and things like that. So you can definitely see a big improvement. Let's see how it goes on the bumps and things like that, but so far you can clearly see a difference. Alright, I'm back from the second test with the new support, and I was providing my comments while riding, but I'll also tell them here. I really like this new version much more. You can clearly see the difference in stability. It still shakes, it still vibrates, but way less than before. It's now perfectly readable, and I confess I wasn't expecting such a good improvement. I thought that the issue would be also caused by the support of the screen itself, but it's apparently not, and it was really the plate. And now with this thicker version, it is much more stable. That's all I can say. So now I can recommend this if you like the position of the GPS the way it is today, it is right now. I think this is a good investment. I will be reinstalling the other Yamaha plate you need longer bolts or longer screws when you have everything installed, like the screen and the plate and the plastic plate that comes with the bike, this one as well. So if you want to put this one on top, you will need longer screws than the stock ones, but that's pretty easy to fix. I need to readjust here the position a little bit, because like this it will hit the screen, so I need to put it a little bit lower. But all in all, I really like it. So I will be keeping it like this. I will, like I said, readjust this, and of course then when I remove the sat nav, this stays in. This is the support, which is pretty okay. It's not looking perfect, but it's not bad. I will reroute some of these wires here, because they're still hanging from the other place I had them. I had the GPS mounted on the handlebars, and it forces you to look down a lot more. So when you're riding, you're always looking down to see the instructions and to see where you're going, and that's a bit distracting. So I think this position will be better, because at least this TomTom, which is the 400, also shows your current speed and the speed limit, so you don't even need to look down for the speed. If you're just riding on an open road, you have everything on your navigation device, so having it up there, it's pretty cool. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments. I recommend, I'll be putting links to the place where you can buy this, which is eBay, of course. And I'll be also putting a link to my Facebook page, and let me know in the comments what you think, and hit subscribe for more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.